let's see. I'm going to go. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I think so. Okay. Can I see the comments from the computer? I want to go to the channel. I want to go here. I'm going to mute it. That's okay. That is okay. Live, live, live. Come on. All right. We are live. Oh, one of my kids just got home. Hello, good afternoon, friends. This is NaitOwl over at HSS by NaitOwl, or Hook Stitch by Stitch. And this is very impromptu. I am just sitting here working on this cardigan. And I figured, you know what, I haven't been live in some time. So I am going to go ahead and just live so that we can crochet together. If you are working on anything else, that works too. Um, I am working on this cardigan. This is the progress that I am at. Hang on. No, that's not how it is. So this is the progress that I have so far. And I do have one more skein because I was gonna continue, but I decided to go ahead and start the other sleeve with this one for the simple fact by which if I need to change to a different color, because my Michaels does not have anymore and I don't want to get it online. So like if uh, hi, I'm live. It's not gonna be very long. Um so what was I saying? So if I do need to switch to another color or whatever it is, then I want the like this to match the other side. So I do have this, and I think that um, I just have this little bit left from this first sleeve, and then I'll just continue on by starting the other sleeve. If I find more, then of course we're gonna continue with the same color. But that's just my plan so far. This is my very first cardigan that I'm working on. I don't really know exactly how this is going to end up. I'm gonna go to the live chat. I don't know how this is exactly gonna end up, but um, I'm excited to see the end result because I keep seeing it everywhere. I am not a big fan of multicolor cardigans, so I really unless it's like neutral colors. I do have two more colors that I had picked up from Michael's today. One is a light gray, and the second one is the sand color. Now, they are all gonna be the loops and thread, the whatever soft classic, I think. So the soft classic. So that way, I don't know. I just feel like this is the perfect weight. Um, it's like the perfect weight because I started with, and I have no idea what it's called. Um, it's also from Michael's, and I was like, you know what? I am going to go with this. And listen, I'm talking and I have no idea what it's called. I'm probably gonna remember it like at a very random time and be like, that's the name. That's what I was talking about earlier. But anyways, it's a very thin, it's a very thin yarn, even though it's considered worsted still, but it's a medium. I don't know. I personally would say that it's a light four and not a medium four, but whatever. I digress. It's definitely is a I had started that sleeve, but the problem is I don't have a lot of patience. And if you are not new to my channel, you probably already know this of me. And I am really practicing my patience. Practicing, is that the word? Hi, hello, hello. I am doing well. It's a very nice day outside. It's super hot and I was doing errands this morning, um, and I really hadn't had a chance to like really sit and crochet. And I was like, I really need to like do this just for me, just for me. So instead, I decided to just go ahead and come live and crochet. I have no idea what else to talk about, say, and yada yada, but whatever comes out in words. But we're just gonna crochet together and just chit chat. Um, I do have this. Um, I think I was completely by myself when I was talking about the second skein. I only found one skein of this. Now this is the Loops and Threads Periwinkle is the name, the periwinkle. And I'm being stubborn. I do not want to order anything online because listen, I don't like ordering things online. I like to buy my yarn and my fabrics in person, but that's a bit of a problem as of late, right? Like it's either Walmart or Michael's in person. I had the third option with Joann's, but that's no longer. So with that being said, they only had one in person, in this one location. My friend was like, have you, like thought about going to this other location? So that is going to be something I'm going to be doing this week. I'm going to be traveling over to that other location because I didn't think about it. I'm like, we are in a fantastic place in the Northeast where we have multiple locations of everything, right? I know, I know. You know what it is? I am mostly like early morning um person to go live. It's just what it is. Most of my energy is in the morning. It really is. I don't know how I still have this kind of energy, but I am surprised. And I think also that with the nice weather, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think that this is like something super new to me as well. I really would like to try to stick to a schedule like I used to because, some time ago, I used to have a schedule where I would go live every Monday and every Thursday at a certain time. Like no ands, ifs, but that was my schedule. Um, but I feel like I don't know, that doesn't really work for me, and not that schedule. That doesn't really work for me all the time, but I feel like I should really look into what schedule will work, not only for me, but like, for whoever, for for all of my audience, right? Like what is most convenient and stuff like that, especially now for the summertime. But I am a very at random person to whenever I go live, it's like at random. But it's fine. You know what I would love? So, and I think so I've been following this new channel. She is amazing. I been loving my time there. The channel name is Yarn over Yarn Over Hook. And she's so sweet. She's so cute. She goes live often, and I think she had like a Bobby situation. Valeria. I have no idea what it's called, but it looks like a baby Bobby pillow. And I think my shoulders would love that change in workspace, right? When by me getting something like that, because I have tried something similar, like for example, using a pillow or whatever, and it just doesn't really work the same. It really just doesn't work the same. But when I saw her with that, I'm like, that looks so comfortable. And my problem is that I really would like something for my project. Like now that the project is getting bigger, it's always like rolling down and slipping and sliding all over the place. And it's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Before I'm up or I'm at work, that periwinkle is very pretty. It is. It's very, very pretty. I haven't made any cardigans yet. I strangled the yard, so not sure my sizing will be correct. All right, so a few things about me here. I'm not even following a pattern. I've been seeing enough videos that I already know. I mean, I already know how to do a granny square, right? So I'm like, okay, I know what a granny square is, but I also know that we can't use we it's not a normal granny square. You have to by me sorry. I hope that my lungs allow me to talk. Ever since get like recovering from being sick, when I talk too much or I take a deep breath the wrong way, I guess it kind of ignites the coughing. And I do have my machine here, like if I need to like use it real quick, but I don't want to. Anyways, so by watching enough, oh, and I just explained all of that because I have asthma and so fun. Um, so by watching enough videos, I realized and I noticed that everyone starts with point, a six cluster point, um, like cardigan, I mean, granny type of thing. And then just, chain one on the sides when you're going to go from one cluster to another, and chain two in every corner. So I said, okay, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Whenever I get to the next step, which is the step where we need to stop and then just continue on with the length, um, I'll figure it out then, right? And then whenever I have to like stop to again continue on with the length, with the for the like the waist, I guess, like to go down. No, that's called the torso. I'll figure it out then. When I have to connect the two pieces, the right and the left, I'll figure it out then. So listen, I'm not going based on no pattern. My tension is typically a lot tighter than the average person. I've been told that I'm a tight crocheter. So with that all being in consideration, I cannot go based on sizing of any pattern. I have to like size it, right? Like this cardigan is for my daughter, for my youngest daughter. So it's not going to be super huge. The one that I'm going to be making, I don't know if it's going to be a sweater or a cardigan, to be honest. Let's find out together maybe. But like that is going to be for me. So it's going to be a lot bigger. Um, but I don't know. I don't gauge. I don't do swatches and gauges and stuff because the truth is, I kind of just want to start the project right away. Um, Even though I think her name is Sammy in Yarn Over Hook. Oh my God, why can't I remember? But anyway, so she like yesterday, she totally inspired me to create to like work on a bunch of swatches of all the different stitches that I come across, that I know, that I'm learning, da. And then I like maybe make a swatch blanket or a swatch cardigan or sweater or something, at the very end of the year, I could put them all together. And then here I have a I don't know, a piece to show, but like, hey, what stitch do you want? Do you want this one or do you want this one? Do you want this one? It sounds really fun. Um, but I typically do not do swatches. I don't do sample pieces. I don't gauge for sizing. I just do it. I get it. Paralyzed vocal cord in open position. Had to go through swallow therapy. Oh, I've never heard of that. So I have heard of like vocal cord um like being paralyzed, but I don't think I've heard of it being in an open position. That's I'm sure that it's not interesting to you and that's probably not even the right way. And I hope it doesn't sound like insensitive. I don't mean to sound um insensitive if I do, but like now I'm like so intrigued to like know more about it because I don't think I've heard of um of it in open position. Do you block after? Um no, I don't. I do not. I have tried blocking. I have tried blocking before and maybe I just did it wrong, but it was not great. It was so overstretched and it looked like, I mean, I hadn't even finished the project yet, and it just looked flat and used. Like, you would have figured that the thing had like 10 years of usage. I don't know. It was so awkward. So, no, I don't block. I I would like to try to learn how to properly block because I have seen on YouTube and on different videos that like whenever people block, it actually fits well. Um, it fits properly or whatever. But I have so many questions. I mean, I really do. I have so many questions because, wouldn't it go back to the normal size that you started with at some point or another? Or no? I don't know. I have so many questions. And I guess that these questions, I really cannot do anything with it until I try it. Like I need to, make something, block it, wash it, dry it, use it, wash it again, or whatever it is, and then just figure it out, right? See, like if I had something to like lay my project on, so that way it doesn't like, I don't know, so it doesn't weigh down. Does that make sense? I have even tried to crochet like on top of the table because my sewing table is higher. Let me see. It's about this high. Like from here, it's right next to it. So I'm seeing it's like up to there. So I would be like right on top and I can crochet, but then it's almost a little too high, if that makes sense. When you swallow the cords closer, you don't aspirate. I had to learn to swallow so not to drown when drinking and eating. It is an interesting topic. That's so okay. Wow. Okay, cool. It really is. Um, Actually, when my daughter was graduating last week, at one point I started choking. I started choking. I didn't want to make a scene. I wanted so bad to like, make it just stop and I couldn't. So I tried to like, I don't know how to describe it in words. Like I just try to like keep it to myself, but that made it worse. And then all of a sudden, I really couldn't breathe. Then I started to get hot. Then I started to get so hot. Um, just thinking about it, like I feel like I can't breathe now. Like it was a very uncomfortable long few minutes. and and I was trying to describe to to my husband because he was like, like what was wrong with you? You all of a sudden were one minute you were fine and then another minute like you were like choking and then you can breathe and then like what was going on? And I was like, I don't know. I had like a lot of saliva in my mouth or something and I tried to swallow and the next thing I know I'm choking. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought that, I'm not saying that that's what I had or anything like that, but it's just interesting when you like when I was reading all of that, it brought me back to that because I was like, sometimes I swallow and I'm like choking to myself, like okay, throat, what are you trying to do here? Make a decision. But yeah, it's like it kind of forgot to it. I kind of feel like it sometimes it just kind of forgets what its job is intended for. I don't know. Oh, come on. See, I'm such a tight knitter or knitter. Oh, okay. My brain, my thought process are crisscrossing. Because earlier I was gonna say I feel like the reason why I cannot knit is because I'm a tight crocheter. Like my tension is too tight. And maybe that's the reason why I cannot knit. I try and I can't. This is an example. Like, I'm on the corner and I'm going to join, but the problem is I chain three because I use the third. the third stitch to join, I have tried to do two so that it's not so tall, but then it's too short. So I'd rather it be like this. So it's so tight, and I do keep in mind, like when I'm chaining three, like okay, remember you gotta join, so that third stitch you can't do too tight. But like, look, is this gonna be okay? Let me see. Oh, okay, this is good. So like, it's such a tight stitch, right? I really have to push this in there. Come on. And I can't, like, I gotta wiggle it. Okay. And there. But I just wanted to show how sometimes I struggle with that because of that. Let's see. Teal yarn crafts. Tony explains blocking well. I need to watch your sewing videos. My machine is 6 months in the box. Oh my God. Oh my God. My patience would never. Things don't even make it upstairs 9.8 times out of 10. They don't even make it upstairs. Okay, I live on the second floor, and I have like my foyer, my stairs are like inside my actual house. So like half the time I'm like in the outside porch where the mailbox is, and I'm opening things as I'm going upstairs. Why? Because I have no patience. Like I just gotta open, I gotta just look at it, and like my brain and my entire soul is at peace. I will process whatever it is that I just received later, but for now, I have to just open. Oh man, yes, we gotta work. We gotta work on that together. Like we can. What sewing machine did you get, or do you have, like waiting for you in the box? Because we have to do some, I mean, I haven't done sewing in so long, aside from the scrunchies that I did. That honestly, it'd be nice to do a sewing project. A sew along. Ooh, that sounds like a good idea. That'll force me to come live, and we'll do something together. Yes. Um, like a hot flash on steroids. Yes, yes. I didn't get to the panic mode because I think, I don't know. I'm so thankful because legitimately we were at graduation. They started to say all, actually I was recording, and at one point you can see where the camera had to drop the camera because it I don't know. I don't know what happened. Um but that actually does happen often, but it's wild. It is so wild because I could not describe it to him. I was like, I don't know. And now when I read, everything that you just put down, I'm like, that's like what. Oh, that was so scary. Stacked single crochet. So I just recently learned about the stacked single crochet and the stacked, like, double crochet, or was that half double? I don't know, but it was for to go like so that it wasn't on the corner. I don't know how we could do that on the corner, but I learned it. I saw that for the edges, so it could be a straight edge without like a big hole between. Like it was double. It was a stacked double, so that way it wouldn't be like with that hole, like very big visible hole between the chain three and like the first stitch. So I was like, this is very interesting, but I do not know. I haven't heard anyone using a stacked double or single or whatever it is, or even a treble on a corner. And I think I'm at the corner now, so let's just try it because I've been practicing. Hi, Shar. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Okay, so we're going to try it together. Let's get real close up and personal here. We are going to try. One, two, three. My sewing machine has been started staring at me to take the cover off I, and use it. It's been months. If you do a song, I will be there. Martha, absolutely. Yes. I think I needed this. I think I needed this because quite honestly, I haven't done very I did a couple of like scrunchies. I actually still have it next to the sewing machine. I did a couple of scrunchies and I worked on some orders and stuff like that, but to say that I've done a sewing project, I haven't in so long, in so long, and I think I miss it. I really do. So you guys, I might both on the Discord. I need to get really active there again, but both on the Discord and on the community post. It's no longer called community post here, but on the post here, I'll you know um we'll do some talking and thinking about it so along because I think that we both need a little fun project to do together. Okay, so here is the chain three. I am going to, so let's keep in mind that I'm at the corner, right? Like this is my corner. I got a cluster of three here, and then I chain two, and then another cluster right here. In a corner, because the chain three does count for a post, right? I only need two double crochet into this space right here, into the corner. So with keeping that in mind, I'm going to do a stacked double crochet and I'm gonna, I don't know if you can see it. This is not a great lighting situation, but no, that's the back. So you see how it's, geez, it is one, two, three, right? One, two, three. This is horrible. Oh, there it is. One, two, three. Remember, I am a tight tension gal. So maybe that's why it's so tiny. Let's try it. I'm gonna go into the middle. I'm going to yarn over and pull through. Now I have two loops. Yarn over, go into the middle, yarn over, pull through all three, yarn over, pull through two. And I'm gonna do one more. Let me just do another cluster so that I'm like away from that corner, you know what I mean? And I'm just gonna do this. That's not part of it, but just so that it could be. Okay, get out. So when I come around, right, all over again, and I'm going to join, I'm going to pretend like I'm going to join here. I don't want to join with just the one strand. Listen, I think that the next time that I come live, I'm going to do what is that called? Like a flat lay view. so that you can actually see. Oh, see, now I can only grab one strand. I can't grab both because double stacked it and it's like hiding underneath. But I just have, when I get to that point, you know what? This is just for us. So I'm gonna leave that just like that so that I can actually do the row and get to that point where I have to join and then figure it out. Again, this is just for me. This is not in order or anything like that. So this is just something personal. So we are going to be trying all the things. And that is a fantastic thing because let me show you how this looks. Now I don't know if in person, like on the camera, the detail of it, you can actually tell, especially with this view, and the lighting. But I like how this is kind of a little bit more dense, say from like this. Like these are the previous rows. So now you gotta think, this is going to be a cardigan that I'm intending that my daughter will be using in the fall. So the more dense it could be, the better for when it gets chilly and stuff. So let's just try it out and we can revisit that again. If it doesn't work, then I just won't do the stack. If it works, then I'll just continue. Okay, remember, so all of the sides we're just doing a chain one. I'm not doing chain two. That's only for the corners. Let's see. Let me go back to, let's see. Connie, hello, hello. I am going to be lurking as I have a meeting soon. I'm so, so happy to see you here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay. Blessed 95 Angel. Hi, everyone. I just came across your channel. Well, welcome, welcome. So glad to see you here. I hope you stick around. We do a lot. I do more lives than like videos and stuff. I like to just talk and just be here and hang out with you guys um a lot more than I do videos. So we do a little bit of a lot of things here, all things crafts. um, so welcome. So glad you're here. Hello, Barb. Good afternoon. Hello, hello. How are you? It might make it bulky. Actually, it's not any more than all the other clusters. Like it literally did not add or take away from the others. The only thing is that because it's stacked, again, there's like an extra loop in there, if that makes sense. So I just have, whenever I'm going to be joining the corner, I have to be careful that I'm not grabbing all three loops. That's what I'm afraid of. But we will find that together out. Wait. Oh, words. We will find that out together. Instead of the chain, you do a single and then go into the second leg of the stitch to make it. But then that would be a single stack. And I need double for these. Because then the height won't be the same, I assume. I assume. Maybe? I assume. Okay. So yesterday, well, this whole weekend, my girls were in their very last gymnastics performance. And I took this project with me because there's a lot of like waiting around and stuff like that. So at one point or another, like it got really, really dark. And I also have a little bit of like social anxiety in large crowds. I'll go into like full like anxiety slash panic slash I don't know. Like I disassociate. Like it's not always the best for me to be in large crowds. So I take my crochet everywhere. I don't care how important or not the event or the situation that I'm in is I always have my yarn and needles with me. So one thing that I have been trying to practice when I'm home, like watching TV and stuff like that, not so much when I'm live because I really haven't been crocheting per se. I want to do more of it. So I haven't really been like crocheting while I'm like like this, right? So the point is I am trying to practice how to crochet without looking. That's so difficult. So difficult. But with this particular project, there's a lot of stitches that I'm able to, and I'm excited about that. I'm so proud of myself. I'm like, girl, look at you. Look at you. You are doing a couple of stitches without looking. What? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Because of that, I don't know that. Hang on, I think I have to play. Okay. Because of that, I cannot promise that all of the clusters are unified, right? Like that they're all the same in terms of the tension. But I am just practicing my skills with crochet. That's that's my goal. I need to challenge myself to be better. For whether it's for the business because I do a lot of sewing for the business, yes, but I want to sprinkle in some crochet over at HSS and at some point or another. And I really am practicing my skills. And every time I see on social media somebody like crocheting and they're just like the whole time, like that's amazing. Okay, that's amazing. That is goals. Like I don't care to be fast. I don't I don't think I care to be fast. I don't that doesn't, spark my interest. I like to, take not my time, but like whatever the speed is fine. But I do want to learn how to at least do sections at a time without looking because I could talk to you, whether it's that I'm with a friend and I'm talking in person and we're in the same room and we're just like chit chatting and I'm just having a ball just talking with my friends instead of like looking down while they're talking to me or I'm talking to like or you guys like same difference to me sometimes it's like hey okay whether it's virtually or in person but like I'm looking down and I feel rude I do so I gotta learn sometimes it's really really hard for me because then I will stop whatever I'm working on because I need to go to the comments and then for 20 minutes I'm just like answering or conversating or whatever. So I need to that's a skill that I am working on and that's a work in progress. I see that there is quite a few people now here with me. So thank you for joining and for hanging out with me. I'm just this is actually gonna be a pretty short live, I just wanted to do a couple of rows. We just kind of, crochet for a little bit together because I had not been live for a minute. I was sick for a while, and then life happened with so much stuff going on with the kids and yada yada. Anyway, so I did start this cardigan. This would technically be my very first cardigan. I'm not following a a pattern, but this is the progress so far. So this is so far. This is for my youngest daughter, and it is going to be a little bit more like oversized for her. Um, she is a large right now. She just jumped from a medium to a large. So she just left, she just kind of crossed over from that transition from a 10 or 10 12 to a 12. 14 is still like oversized and big, but if you got kids, you understand what I mean, like that transitional phase. But yeah, she's definitely in a solid large, whatever that means. Listen, I'm not following a pattern, so I'm just going to be measuring as I go. Um, my daughter, my other daughter, she has been learning how to crochet as well, but she loves namigurumi. I can't say plushies. Amigurumis, amigurumis, ama amigurumis. I think the plushies and stuff like that. She's really good at those, and she challenged me to follow a pattern. So I think that when I finish this, I will find another wearable, and I will listen to her. I will try to follow a pattern as best I could. But yes, so this is my progress. And I am using the loops and thread. This is from Michael's, and this is the periwinkle. This is the periwinkle. I'm gonna stay on for like another probably like 15-20 minutes because I am a moderator at another one of my friends' channel. So, and she's gonna be going live. So, and which is perfect because again, I just wanted to be on for a short time. I have not been on for a while. Um, I will I'm not gonna say probably. I will be back on Friday. As a matter of fact, I will take some pictures and make a thumbnail and I will schedule it. And that way, that is my word to you that I will be back. I work at my job like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so and then I'll be home Friday. So I will be back Friday morning. Um, I'll put up a post as well to see like what are the best times that you guys like would rather see me like and have me go live because now that is like summertime and I don't know, life is so much greater. My energy is just completely blossomed, right? Um, I'm no longer in that like seasonal depression of darkness that we live in the fall and winter. I could make the effort in being live in the afternoon. Maybe not afternoon, but like maybe evenings, early evenings. We'll see. But I'll make a post about it and I will, plan something to do like for the sew alongs and and then put up a few options. I don't know. So instead of the chain, you'd, oh, wait, I read that one. Not sure for a shell. I've been using it in lieu of the beginning chain. Curious how to try it. Yeah, I don't know. We will see. We will try it out. And you know what? That's another reason why swatches are great. I'm going to go ahead and link Yarn Over Hooks live from yesterday. Let me do it now. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Let me go. Let me go and see. Yarn Over Hook. I will also go to the Discord and I will share it there so that because she has her channel is beautiful and she is such such a doll. Like it's so fun to go and hang out over there. So follow her channel because she's pretty amazeballs. And but for now I am going to go what are the swatches? It was yesterday, wasn't it? I think it was yesterday. Hang on. Give me a hold a minute, please. I just want to make sure this is the one. Yes, it is. So this is the one. Okay, I'm gonna share this here. I'm gonna copy that link. I'm gonna go back to my live and we're going to, there it is. So it is alive and there's a lot of chit chat and stuff like that, but just play her live as a background um as you listen through because it's so fun. She talks through like all of the different stitches and yada yada yada. But anyway, so that's what I am referring to. Like if we were to make a swatch using that technique and see how it looks, right? See how it feels and maybe going in a round so that way we get to see how it works, a stacked single crochet or a stacked double crochet, and see how it does when it's in the round or how it does when it's on a corner or like you said in a shell type stitch. I get quiet every so often. Sorry. Like my battery energy runs out. It's like, an alert. I have nothing else to say. I don't know what else to say. But I do want to see if I do one of those swatch blankets or swatch, I don't know, turn it into something. Moonrose Craft, howdy everyone. Ken host from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Is this your first time here with us? Juana, saludo, hello. Oops, I chain one. Nope, I don't want to chain one. So I'm at the corner and I am now going to stack because I have to chain two and go right back into the corner and do another cluster in the same corner in the same space. That's one, that's two, that's three, and I'm just gonna chain one because now I'm going to do my clusters on the sides. I am, let me pull that through. I am making my very first cardigan. Um, Let me just hang on. I need to like set it up so it can be, there it is. So this is going to be for my youngest daughter who is about a size large in youth. And I'm not following a pattern. I am just following the basic structure, knowing that to start a cardigan is a six um, cluster, like a 6 point cluster. So that way, eventually, it'll look like this. So I'm just kind of like going along with it. I'm trusting the process. I really need to make a shirt that says trust the process because I repeatedly um I don't know if I say it because I'm convincing myself what well I mean I guess I am, right? I am convincing myself like just girl, just trust this process, trust the process. I know it doesn't look like very much right now, but just trust the process because it will work out. Even if you're not following a pattern, it will work out. And if it doesn't, then fix the mistake. But once I get to a certain like place, I'm going to have her try this on and we're going for a oversized large for youth. Um Once I get to a comfortable spot where I know that I have to stop and then just continue on working on the length for the torso and then working on the length for the arms, um, we'll just figure it out. So after that, I just have to kind of figure out how I'm gonna do my edges, what kind of edges I'm gonna go for. I know that there's different options that I can choose from, but this is so far. And I only have one more skein. I have to get another one from Michael's. Um, but I feel that by the time that I get to this sleeve, they will restock, so I should be fine. I think so. And what are you making? Yep, I read that one. Yeah, you sound like one the yarn addict. Oh my God. So I need to catch up on his videos, to be honest. I need to like go back and catch up. I need to catch up on quite a bit of his videos. I'm not a pattern person. Like I love them. I try. I just don't have that is chain one. Okay. I don't have a lot of the patience for it. I think that's my problem. My daughter did challenge me to follow a pattern. So this summer, I will attempt at doing so. Like I've been making like the market bags. Do I have one here? Let me show you. Because I have the green one I have here. This one is my daughter's and she's been using it. So this is her stuff. Okay. It's not completely finished because we have some ideas for it. So there's a couple of the ends that are here. I think we said that we wanted to line it up. So um, just in case we do decide to add a liner and I needed to like tie anything because I've never done a liner. So just in case we decided to leave the ends, but this is one of the market bags. I'm not calling it a market bag though. I'm just calling it a summer bag because it's fun. I also had sent one of these over to my friend Shar. Actually, I don't know if she's still here, but I had made a green, like a green, white, yellowy, like it had different colors. It was a variegated yarn, and I had sent one over to her. But yeah, I've been making quite a bit of these, and I don't know why am I showing this? I have no idea. I think there was some sort of point to me showing the bag, and what was it? What was it saying? Oh, the pattern. Yes, the pattern. So I just kind of watched the video and I thought more or less like, oh, okay, I get it. Like I watched this and like the first row of the mesh and then I kind of took it from there. I had no idea if the way that I did the sides are technically pattern correct or not, but they've been working out just fine. So I can have a pattern, but I kind of sway from it, you know? Let's see. Sandy! Hello, hello. So nice to see you. Running for lunch. Hope to catch your next live. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm actually going to be like wrapping up very soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Toss and go. Toss and go. That is so creative. I love that. The crochet bag is gorgeous. Thank you so much, Juana. Yes, it's um I know that's why I am going to wrap up. I only have, hang on. Sorry, this thing fell. I only have like this little bit left for this one sleeve. And then and then I am going to and then I'm going to start the second sleeve with this one because just in case there is no restock um in Michael's, this is a periwinkle. I might, I don't know, I might just change colors for I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Again, I'm not following anything. I'm kind of, living on the edge and we're just kind of gonna see what happens. But just in case I don't find the periwinkle again in my local Michaels, then I want to at the very least to make sure that they're equal. So, is there a link word that I can post? I'm not sure what that means. Is there a link where? Oh, wait. Is there a link where you can post? So we do have our community is in Discord or with Discord. So, oh, this is not connected. I'm gonna sign in. Come on. My Wi-Fi is a little bit slow. Okay, so here I am going to copy, go back to my live. Okay, so that way there's all sorts of different crafts there, whether it's sewing, um, anything with fiber arts. There is also things for embroidery, paper crafts, sublimation, literally anything. If you don't see a craft that maybe you specifically don't do, then you can just let us know and we will start that channel for that hobby. So that way, we can all learn and share along with you. But also in the general is where we just all share our, with each other and communicate and stuff. I have an issue getting into Discord. Okay. Yeah, that's where the community is. So I'm not sure. Discord is really, really tricky sometimes. But I am going to wrap up because I see that Sherry is alive. Let me go ahead. If you guys want to jump over to her live because I am one of her moderators, I'm going to share it here and we'll do a little bit of a live hop. Enjoy the rest of your day, friends. I am going to go and I am going to take pictures and stuff like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the thumbnail for Friday's live. That way I am committed and I will be here at some point on Friday. We will 100% continue working on this cardigan on Friday. And by then, I really hope that my progress is a lot more in depth and yeah, we will talk on Friday. So enjoy the rest. You better post it in Discord. Yes, that is another commitment that I am um that I need to like work on is to keep the Discord updated, the post here on YouTube, and then I will see you guys on Friday. And again, we will talk all about the sew along. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. That's exciting. All right, friends. Until Friday. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.